But we really should be patient.
Yeah.
When they learn to read, they learn to read.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. And you just keep encouraging them because right around 3rd, 4th grade, they're really going to get solid. And you just keep pushing the phonics, in my opinion. That's what we kept doing.
Okay.
It's in the very, very beginning, like when you teach someone how to read.
Yes, that is very hard.
I think most people are
really struggle with this.
Yes, most people are afraid to teach their child to read because they have it in their mind they have to do it in 3 months, 4 months. And you say, no, really what it is, if they knew in human development, especially child development, we can have children that are learning how to read really well by 4th grade. So people ask me all the time, well, which primer or book of a cardinal reader should I put my kid in? I'm like, you start at the very beginning, no matter what their age is. They're going to read it really fast and be like, this was so easy. And they just keep going, but they're building confidence. It's their very own first book that they're reading about. Wonderful,
we keep going back and forth between the primer and a Bob book.
Right.
And I'm like, whichever one you want to do today. Or
exactly.
Or today.
That's great.
Yeah. And it's like,
really great.
we're working on it and that's okay. Yeah. And one is a lot more simple than the other, but it's like, but this one I read really big words because it says grandmother and grandfather. I'm like, those are really big words.
They are.
And like, he just guesses them half the time. And I'm like, okay, honey, let's read it. What does it actually say? But yeah.
Yeah. Well, continual phonics is the key, in my opinion, having done it several times. It's just phonics.
And then have you had kids that have forgot how to read? Like over a summer or something, if you weren't, because I feel like
Have you ever done 100 how to read in 100?
Oh my goodness,
lessons?
yes. So my joke is that I taught my oldest how to read in 200 extremely difficult lessons, and we both almost killed each other, and it was so hard. Where my daughter, it worked great.
Right.
Like she was fine.
You know what? There is something to be said that with a personality and how
we
also
have. I also have kids with like dyslexia and learning disabilities, and I myself have learning disabilities. Like I was of the generation where it was like, you have ADD, here's drugs, and you have learning disabilities, but they didn't like say what they were. It was just you had a bunch of them, and here we'll just give you this label. And
But we really should be patient.
Yeah.
When they learn to read, they learn to read. They really do, and you just keep encouraging them because right around 3rd, 4th grade, they're really going to get solid. And you just keep pushing the phonics, in my opinion. That's what we kept doing.
Okay.
Because they do forget.
Yeah.
That is easy. They can forget if they've learned or unlearned some phonics, symbols and things like that.
I had a child that kept going back to he. I'm like, you knew that was the, like 2 days ago. Why is it to he again? I'm like, the.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and part of it too is just having them be more confident. Yeah. Reading is not easy.
Yeah. I found one of my struggle readers wouldn't want to read to me or my husband, but was fine reading to little siblings. Oh. And so that just kind of became our secret. Like, he really wants someone to read a book. Would you mind doing it for him?
Right.
And so that helped because then they're reading little kids' books, but they're not like, this is my reading level, you know? They're like, this is what little sibling wants, so I'm going to read this.
Right, exactly. But they do learn. So I think the whole, for me, patience was that
patience
I thought
is
that
huge.
they had
I've grown
to
in
learn.
patience a lot.
Yeah, I thought that they had to learn by a certain time or it was a failure.
Okay.
And that's not it at all.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different and they'll learn their own because we have late bloomers. My youngest was a late bloomer too.
Okay.
And that's okay.